Oh, look, Jacinda, a street vendor. That's so New York. Ma'am, what can you tell us about this guy?
I get lunch here all the time. Best kebabs in the city.
Great.
Come on, Wally. We're not going to wait around for kebabs. This is barely a wait. It's worth it. Now that's so New York. Your loss. The best on the block.
The hot, trendy new.
The rent-controlled apartment.
The organic local preschool. It's this town's unspoken rule. Good things come to those who wait in line. Sauce?
Not too spicy. Away from the words that smart people share. A break from academia on the days when I just don't care. 'Cause this corner's always where good things come to those who wait in line.
Yes?
The usual thanks.
Enjoy.
So good. Too much copy to read.
Too much rice. Yes?
The usual thanks.
Enjoy.
Articles to
That
edit, emails
is
in my
in
inbox,
a
documents to
pile,
sign.
yes.
The usual thanks.
Enjoy.
I try to muddle through.
Try to smile, take a breath, and say I'm fine.
The
Yes.
usual thanks.
Enjoy.
The usual
Yes.
thanks. The usual
Enjoy.
thanks.
I wish I could write,
I wish I could cook, but I love to watch.
but someday I'll finish my book, and it's day after day, and we do what we do, and no one has time to say more than a word or two. But you see me and I see you. Yes?
The usual thanks. And good things come.
Good things come to us. Good things may come. Good things come to us. Good things will come to those who wait. Enjoy.
I will.
In line. OMG, are there any good eats anymore in the Flatiron District? LMAO, shrug emoji, wink emoji, hashtag snack life.
Hey, you should try this place. Best food in the Flatiron. Best kebabs anywhere, period. You know, IMHO.
A food cart? Chill. So retro, it's new again. Mind if I selfie with your Sammy?
Sure, but don't you want...
Not with you. Just the food. Sweet. Take to the streets. Best kebabs. Valencia filter. Hashtag hot and new. Add location. Thanks. Bye.
Hot and new? He's been here for at least a year or two. I think.
3 years. It's 3 years I've been here, and yet in all that time, this city, this country, remains to me uncalculated, an unknown quantity. Only in America could someone with a camera pretend to eat my food and pose and smile and walk away. Only in America could someone be an idiot while ads and algorithms champion all they have to say. Numbers should always make sense. Income should always predict expense. And I can make this work. Somehow it's always barely working. If I purchase food according to the data I've been gathering, the ratio of customers to onions, peppers, pita, spices, chicken, lamb, tahini, hummus, bullets, bombs, asylum papers. How did I end up here? If I stayed home, the odds were clear. They'd make sure I'd disappear. So it was only in America. Only in America. What the? Why are you all here? This place has been all over Insta since yesterday, bro. Best kebabs.
Hashtag hot and new.
Hashtag snack life. You have got to be kidding me. Only in America could I wake up in the morning and arrive at work to realize, despite my calculations, that an idiot had written me my ticket to success? Except that inventory can't support the bottleneck of customers, and labor can't keep up with the required productivity, and there is just no way I'll get through today. But only in America, only in America, I can say, hey, you.
Oh, hi. What a day for you, huh?
Just come up here to the cart. Could you, please?
Okay.
You've watched me cook 50, maybe 100 times over, right?
Sure.
I need to go get more of everything. Here.
Me? Wait, you mean...
Back soon. You will be fine. Hey, what's the holdup?
Okay. Definitely more like 100 times, right? I'll be fine. Just focus, just do the next thing. What would he do? He'd portion the meat on the grill. He'd prep all the vegetables, stir with the spatula, take the next order, and see, you'll be fine. You're as decent as someone he'd hire. Wait, is that on fire? Casualty. Coming right up. Falafel, where does he? Oh, it's right here. Everything's right here in front of me. It's so meticulous. He's so meticulous. I never noticed from out on the sidewalk. It's obvious where, it's obvious how. Yes, here, enjoy. Wow, maybe you're fine. You'll be fine. For now. Oh my God. What if he never comes back? Of course I'll come back. That's stupid, but what if he doesn't? What if he's catching a train decked with the mob? Skip out of town, get a new job. Okay, that's insane. Ma'am, sauce or plain? Make change, who's next? Hear the crinkle of the foil, the sizzle of the oil. No ding from email or text. Work. Has he always worked making food? Will I always work making what? Editing papers for ivory tower professors. Books that most people just don't understand. Nothing like food you can hold in your hand. Oh, I'm so glad. My pleasure. I'm fine. I'm good. I focus. I do the next thing. I'm cooking and serving and nothing is burning. I'm moving and breathing and people are laughing and eating and smiling at me. How about that in New York City? Maybe I'm just where I'm supposed to be.
There's still a line around the corner.
You came back.
Of course I came back. I can't thank you enough for doing this.
It's fine. I'm fine. I'm kind of having a blast.
A blast. That's good, right?
Yes. And everyone's raving. Your spices sell themselves.
Family recipe.
You restock and take orders. I'll keep working on this line. Next.
Okay.
So, why me? Out of all the people who come to your cart every day.
It's simple. I did the math. The probability was good. Yes?
You typically navigate crises with math?
I have a PhD in statistics.
No way.
Well, almost. 2 lamb kebabs.
Spicy?
Spicy, sir? Mild.
His loss. What do you mean, almost?
Still finishing my dissertation. Trust me, you don't want to hear the title.
Oh, I don't know. You should see some of the articles I have to edit.
You're an editor.
Academic publishing. 2 lambs, mild.
Really? What are the odds?
Funny, I just kind of fell into it. So, how did you fall into
this? I lived for the math. I loved my degree. Then they came for my colleagues. and I knew that they would come for me. Ideas are dangerous to the men who run my country. But if I want to stay here, something has to pay here. And it doesn't pay to be an almost PhD. So I write at night, and chances are the stars will align. Good things come to those who wait in line.
What's at the end of the line for you?
Teaching. It's always been teaching. But first, a green card, degree, dissertation.
Which I don't want to hear the title of.
Definitely not.
Actually, I would love to hear about your work.
Don't you have to go back to your work?
They can live without me for a couple hours or longer, and there's still a line.
All right. I'm Amir.
Pam.
Hey, this had better be worth the wait.
Absolutely.
That is, if you want the best kebabs in the city. Good things come
where I'm supposed to be.
Good things come only in America. Good things come to those who wait in line.
Okay, boss. How is it?
Better than usual. Thanks.
Enjoy.